If you don't get objections to your sales pitch, then you either got it just right or they aren't interested. So in general, objections are a good thing. Therefore, it pays to become adept at handling objections. The golden rule with objections is whoever brings it up first wins. So invite and welcome objections. Preempt them if you possibly can by addressing objections before they even get raised. Handle each objection in turn and keep going until there are no more objections. This is known as emptying the hopper. If there are no more objections, there is no barrier to a purchase. So, when you believe the hopper is empty, ask the question, do you have any more questions or concerns? If the answer is no, then you'll know it's time to close the sale. There are 3 types of objections: the known, the likely, and the unknown. Can't prepare for the last, but it does pay to prepare for the first 2. Be positive and confident. Always invite objections. Listen carefully and say thank you. Be sure that you understand what the real objection is and then respond carefully, observing the reaction that you get and taking the time to check that you're properly addressing their concern. When you're finished, test one more time to check that the questioner is happy with your response, and if they're not, invite a follow-up question. Answer all their questions, deal with all their concerns. Empty the hopper. A useful tool for this is the Feel, Felt, Found framework. I understand that you feel, in the past, other customers have felt, but what they found is one of the best ways to handle an objection is to cite a success story. This takes the Feel, Felt, Found framework one step further. Use case studies, testimonials, and stories. Anything that comes from someone who is not you and not them is a third-party validation. And whilst big names, famous names are valuable, most third-party validation is most successful when the name of the third party comes from the same industry or the same sector or the same professional discipline, or shares a geography or a scale or similar issue or challenge. Or, of course, if they have a personal connection to your prospect. When it comes to third-party validation, the best are the ones where your prospect can say, they're just like me. A great tool is a reference story. This is a case study that will interest your prospect and increase your credibility. You should focus your reference story on your prospect's business issues rather than on your solution. Tell it as a story, but keep it factual and true. Keep it short and sweet, but crucially, include measurable results. Where you can, name names. That increases the credibility of your reference story. But of course, never betray a confidence. If you have a confidentiality agreement with another customer, then either don't use them as a reference story or explain upfront about your confidentiality rules. There's a lot more about handling objections in my Handling Resistance Pocketbook, and I'll put a link to that in the description. Remember, no matter how tough the objections get, and possibly how rudely they're expressed, remain calm and stay courteous. Never ever criticize other organizations, whether it's your competitors, other customers, trade bodies, journalists, or of course, the prospect and their business partners. And above all, welcome the resistance. Engage with the objections, because the more you get, the more you can deal with. And when you've dealt with them all, then your prospect will be ready to buy. Please do give this video a like if you've enjoyed it or learned from it. I'll be making loads more great management courses videos for you, so please do subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of them. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. In the meantime, keep learning.